Yo, what's good, RPC? Welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, I got a story time for y'all. I know y'all been asking for story times, and honestly, I don't be doing much, so I gotta find more stuff to tell stories about in my life. Not gonna lie. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably do got quite a few stories. Maybe. I don't know. We gonna see. But anyways, so in this story time, I'm telling my story about, why do I keep saying story so damn much? I'm telling y'all about my 2 weeks notice curse, okay? As you can tell by the title down below. But yeah, I've never ever completed any of my 2 weeks notices, like ever. I don't know what it is. I just never have. But anyways, before we get started into this video, make sure y'all hit the like button and the subscribe button and share the videos. We on the way up. Y'all know what the goal is. 10 likes, 10 subs. I know we can do it. We did it on one of the videos and I was extremely happy and proud of y'all for that, for sure. But yeah, let's get into the story. So at my first job, it is Marco's Pizza. Now Marco's, if you don't know what that is literally just a pizza spot. Greasy ass pizza spot, to say the least. The reason why I put my 2 weeks notice in at Marco's was because they kept keeping me past the time I was supposed to leave. And if you don't know, well, I was 14 at the time. This is back during COVID, like right after COVID happened. Like nobody was working and nobody was like doing none of that. Like nobody was outside the crib trying to work. They was getting them stimmy checks. So, but me being 14, I couldn't cash out on that. So, you know, yeah, that's tough. But, yeah, so at Marco's, they kept keeping me past the time I was supposed to leave. And if you don't know, well, you're not supposed to work past 9:30 as a minor at that age, at least. I think it's under 16, you can't work past 9:30. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I was like 14, 15 at the time. So, yeah, they had me working past 9:30, and my mom was getting tired of it, and me not being able to leave past the time I was supposed to leave. So I was there till like 11:30 at night sometimes. I think one time I stayed till like 12 a.m. That shit was crazy. And my mom was just getting very frustrated because she was the only one able to pick me up after work. And she also had work and shit or stuff like that. Sorry, I don't mean to curse. But she also had work and stuff like that the next morning, like 6 a.m. So it was like just not working out for me being there. So come time for me to leave that job, I put my 2 weeks notice in and walked outside to my mom's car. Lo and behold, it's 11:30 again. My mom's pissed, bro. Like she's pissed. I was supposed to get off at 10:30, around that range. It's 11:30 again, bro. So my mom's pissed. She's heated. So she's like, you know what? Go back in there and tell them this your last night. You're not coming back. I'm like, damn, that's fine by me. I wouldn't get paid enough anyways. I was getting paid $7.25 an hour. That's minimum wage across the whole United States, and that's also minimum wage in Mississippi. It was horrible. It wasn't worth my time. I'm not gonna lie. Like $7.25, that's crazy. But at the same time, or actually no, there's really no excuse for that too, because I was working when nobody else was working during the pandemic. Like it was just a few of us up there. So why was I not getting paid more? I don't know. But anyways, it's years later. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so that's basically the story of how I quit at Marco's. Because technically I did, but didn't quit. My next job, now this one has more of a story to it, and this is the one that kind of gets me tight because they lied on my name. And so basically at this job, Wimpy's, Miles, I know you're gonna watch this video. You gonna say some BS about stealing chicken fillets. I don't know what they told you. I did not, because Miles, I don't think you were there that day. You weren't there that day. That's right. Miles wasn't there that day. My friend Cam was though. Cam was there. And then there was two other dudes, an assistant manager, and I think that one girl was there. I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah, I think those were the 5 people that were up there that day. But so yeah, it's me, Cam, 2 other guys, a girl, and then our assistant manager. But she was general manager for that day. And basically what happened was I was chilling, just like doing my work and stuff like that. But mind you, I put my 2 weeks notice in that same day. And I didn't tell nobody about it. I didn't tell not one person about it. besides the general, like the main general manager. And I put my 2 weeks notice in, didn't tell nobody about it. And like later on in my shift, one of the dudes comes up to me, and I guess the general manager that I did tell, because obviously you got to tell somebody about it. I guess he told other people at work that I was putting my 2 weeks notice in. And anyways, later on in my shift, one of the two dudes, they come up to me and it's like, well, so-and-so, the assistant manager, needs to see you because she heard that you got an attitude problem or something like that. And I'm like, at first I'm thinking this guy's joking, because if you know me, you know I don't be bothering nobody. When I'm at work, I'm working. I'm not worried about joking. I'm not worried about bothering people. I'm not worried about talking to nobody. I'm mostly chill at work. Like sometimes I joke around and stuff like that, but for the most part, yeah, I'm real chill at work, bro. And so they come up to me, and it was like, yeah, the assistant manager, she needs to see you. She needs to talk to you because she heard that you got an attitude problem and she wants to talk to you about it. And I was like, what are you talking about, attitude problem? Like, for 5 minutes straight, I'm like thinking this guy's like trolling me. Like, there's no way you're serious right now, because again, I don't be bothering nobody. So he tells me that. He was like, you know what? Let's just go back there and talk to her about it and see what she say. And so at this point, I'm just like, man, look, there ain't no way you being for real right now. I'm kind of getting like a little, I ain't gonna say irritated, but I'm just like taking it serious now, because I'm like, okay, there is no way you're being serious about this. So we go back there to talk to the assistant manager, and she's like on the phone. So we go back inside, wait for a little bit. She knocks on the door to let us know that we can talk to her now. And dude says that, oh, didn't you want to talk to Naz about his attitude problem or something like that? Or no, I think I asked her that. I asked her, they said that you want to talk to me about my attitude problem or something like that. I forgot who asked what or said what, but she says, well, if they say that you got an attitude problem, then you need to go home. And I'm like, huh, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Because they told me that she said I had an attitude problem. Why is she questioning me like she's not the one that said it? I don't know why I put air quotes around that, but why is she like telling me this like she's not the one that said it? So in my head, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, but they say that you said that I had an attitude problem, that you wanted to talk to me about it. So at this point, I'm just like genuinely confused. I'm like, what the hell's going on right now? Then I realized 2 weeks notice day, these niggas need more money. I'm being set up. That's the, like, I realized that I put things together. I put those 3 things together. They're setting me up. They literally set me the fuck up, bro. Like, I'm still baffled by it to this day, because I'm just like, why do this? Like, I would have completed that 2 weeks notice if they did not do that. If they did not do that, I would have completed that one. But anyways, so yeah, I'm like sitting here genuinely confused. Like, what do you mean by that? In my head, I'm saying that, like, what do you mean by that? And then she was like, well, if they say you got an attitude problem, you might just need to go home then. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't have an attitude problem. At that point, I was getting kind of irritated though, because I was like, she's been around me. She was the one that interviewed me. She literally said I was a chill kid. How are you like, what? So like, she literally said I was chill, and just like, she was the one that interviewed me. So I was just like, what the like, what is going on right now, bro? But yeah, so basically, long story short, I ended up walking out that bitch kind of pissed, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just not gonna come back. There's no reason for me to come back if y'all gonna treat me like this on the day I put my 2 weeks notice in. So yeah, then I sat at Kroger across the street waiting to get a ride home, because I got off I left like a few hours early before my shift ended, and my mom she wasn't able to pick me up, so I was just sitting in front of Kroger waiting to get a ride. And then this one girl from high school, she came and picked me up and gave me a ride home. So that was kind of awkward too. I was in my work clothes, going like straight up Reese, and that girl was fine. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's basically the story of how I quit Wimpy's. Even though I didn't want to quit, but I mean, they fucking forced me to. Cause like, why try to set me up like that, bro? That was so stupid. But anyways, with my Chick-fil-A 2 weeks notice, there's not really much of a story to that. Found another job and it had better pay, so I just put in a 2 weeks notice, didn't come back the next day. I put my 2 weeks notice in on Saturday, actually. That makes sense. So yeah, I put my 2 weeks notice in on Saturday, and Sunday, obviously, I can't come back to work. And my new job, they wanted me to start on Monday. So yeah, that was basically my last day there. But yeah, everybody was kind of upset because I was a really good worker. In my opinion, I was a really good worker. Like, I always did what I was supposed to do. I always made sure things were taken care of. I was always quiet too. Like, I never really talked to anybody. Like, that's the thing about me at work. When I'm at work, bro, I don't want to talk to nobody. And that's the hard part about working at Chick-fil-A. You have to talk to people. Like, that was the hard part for me, at least. I just didn't like talking to people while I'm at work because, like, what I got to talk to you for? As long as you're showing me what I need to do, after that, I don't need to talk to you. Like, I ain't trying to be your friend. I ain't trying to do none of that. But, you know, anyways, so basically at my next job, what happened was, I was working at FedEx. I was working at a factory for FedEx, and well, FedEx, even though it really wasn't FedEx, but we were just doing like putting boxes on trucks and stuff. That's basically all it was. But these boxes were really small. They weren't really heavy. There was like some boxes like this size, some boxes like this size, some of them about this big. You know, none of them were heavy though. They were no more than like 20 pounds each. So, but yeah. So we're putting boxes on the back of the truck and stuff like that. I want to say around like December time, they told us that, yeah, you guys are going to be moved to a different factory and stuff. Well, after Christmas break, we come back and they're like, oh yeah, we also had snow days too. That's right. That makes sense. I'm like trying to put the pieces together in my head as I tell the story. So sorry if it's a little bit choppy. Sorry if it's a little bit repetitive. I'm trying to make sure I'm like getting everything right. But yeah, so after Christmas break, we had some snow days and stuff like that. I think we had like a week of snow. And so I was off work for a week. And we come back, the same day we come back, they told us that we're gonna be moved to a different factory. That's our last day there. So I'm like, what? Excuse me? Excuse-moi? Huh? What do you mean by that, bro? Like, I was expecting to at least work towards the end of January. No, that's not happening. They told me no. Like, what the? Nigga lost his job on some bullshit, basically. So, I didn't lose my job. I got replaced, basically, because I was working for a temp service. If you don't know what a temp service is, basically, a temp service is basically, yeah, I say basically like 4 times. A temp service is, like, basically kind of what it sounds like. It's people that work at a job temporarily, for however long. My term was 2 years, I think. Yeah, I was not gonna be there for 2 years anyway, so I'm kind of glad it happened. But yeah, my term was 2 years. They basically, all the temps that was working for the temp service, they switched over to FedEx because FedEx had more benefits than the temp service. So yeah, they was giving us all the benefits and stuff like, or giving them all the benefits and stuff like that. So they didn't need the temps anymore because all the FedEx work, or all the temp services went over to FedEx. So they didn't need us anymore. So yeah, we basically got fucking replaced. Kind of tough, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I put my 2 weeks notice in to let them know, well, I don't want to work at any other factory, because that factory job was easy as hell. $20 an hour, 8 hours a day, and during the weekdays. I ain't have to work weekends. The only thing I didn't like about that job was 2 to 10. I had to work 2 to 10. If you know about that shift, your day is basically gone. Like, literally, you wake up, and I woke up at like 11 to 12 every day. 11 12 p.m. because I was always going to the gym right after work. So I wake up at like 11 to 10 p.m. or 10 to 11 a.m. Oh my God, I can't speak. Yes, 10 to 11 a.m. That's the time I normally wake up. So by the time I wake up, I'm like, I barely got time to do anything. I only got like 3 hours before I gotta go to work, bro. So, or not even 3, really like 2, because you gotta drive to work too. But yeah, that's basically the story of all that. Yeah. I put my 2 weeks notice in, like, I want to say a day later, I moved to Atlanta. So yeah, if you want to know how I moved to Atlanta, that's basically the summary of that. There's a more deeper depth explanation to the whole thing in that Storytime video. The video should be right here. Yeah, that's basically it. They explain those stories. I'm kind of lost on how to end this video right now. Yeah, if you enjoyed the story time, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. RPC, like I said, we on the way up. 10 likes, 10 subs. I know y'all can do it. Yeah, that's it for this video.